Okay, I am back, and I guess this will be my outfit whenever I come on here because this is my comfortable house gear. I I'm back today because I just got off of a long Facebook chat with my aunt and my one of my sisters, and we had a blast just talking about life and our lives and our family past and all that. And we were talking about, well, I was talking about, what is this whole thing with getting old? I have turned into the black Mr. Rogers. I wear a sweater. I come in the house and I put a sweater on. Because I guess I'm a little bit cool, but I've always been the one that preferred a cold house. I don't want a hot house. Even now, it's never, we're in the dead of winter and there was a snowstorm yesterday, and I still won't turn my heat above like 66. And then it's only, I will turn it to where it goes up to 66, and then I turn it off for the rest of the day until the next time I feel like it's a little too cold, because I like a cool house. So I have sweaters everywhere. This is the one I've been wearing a lot lately. But here's another, just thrown across a chair, waiting for me to pick it up at any time and put it on. Life is quite interesting. My nephew from one of my other videos, what's up, sir? Said that my video reminds him of him, like the way he thinks and things like that. So I need you to elaborate, mister. Let me know what you're talking about. My aunt, I had her to look at the video, and because I'm trying to figure out what I can do to make more videos, because one, it'll give me something to do. It'll be something for me to laugh at about myself. You know, hopefully years from now, I'll go back and look at it and be like, wow, really? Is that how I was thinking? Because I've, over the course of my life, I've tried several times to journal, and it just became too tedious, and I would last maybe journaling every day for maybe 2 weeks, a month, and then I'd be like, yeah, enough of that. But I never got rid of them. And then, like, I read one of my old journals from when I was in the Marine Corps, and I was like, man, you are and always have been king of the nerds. But that's me. I like it. I'm a proud nerd. And yeah, that's that. So today, like, I'm figuring out things to talk about. We were talking about our family. And one of my cousins, Graham, sent me this old, he took a picture of this, you can't really see it, but it's a picture of an old picture he has of our family. And again, you can't really see her, but this is she would be my great great grandmother, and her name was Susan. And I hope I got some of these stories right, but Susan was the result of slave master and slave. And she looked like a little old white lady. And I think when she died, she was maybe like 102. And she died, I'm sure, years before I was born. So I guess right now she would probably be close to 200. Wow, to think about that. But my aunt, who's the youngest child of my grandmother, remembers her. She was named after her. Her name is Susan. And so that's interesting that she knows somebody, remembers somebody, saw somebody, because I doubt they had conversations, because I'm sure my aunt was a little bitty girl when she died. At least I think she knew her. Yeah, I think she said she did, or remember seeing her. I know my mother remembers seeing her. They knew someone very close to slavery. I never thought about that before. That's pretty interesting. But one of the family stories is that Susan, I guess I should call her great-great-grandma Susan and try to be respectful, huh? But when she was a baby, her mother, who was the slave or the former slave, was pushing her in a stroller while President Lincoln was doing like a parade or something like that, and he picked her up and kissed her because he thought she was with her mammy. He kissed a little black baby, thinking it was a white baby. So that's a family story. Yeah, we had a lot of interesting things in my family. Wow. Okay. But that was one of them. But all of those people on that picture are part of me. And that's quite interesting to all of us. So now they gave me a few names of people, like my grandmother's brother, so he would be my great uncle. Uh, yeah, my great uncle. Uh, he had kids. And so when my grandmother died, she died a couple months shy of being 100 a couple years ago, well, about 6 years ago. And her brother had kids. And so my aunt just told me that one of his children reached out to her when my grandmother died, but because she was in the middle of, grieving and processing all of that, she didn't stay in touch. So now I'm going to try to find him and some of these other family members online just to see what people look like. And I may reach out, but yeah, that was a very interesting conversation we had. And I hope we do it more, like a little Facebook FaceTime, at least once a month. People have to stay connected. Yeah, right now I am being the laziest bum in the world. I told myself I was going to go out and do my walk because I generally walk. Now it's been reduced to about a little over 4 miles a day, 6 days a week. But the snow is out there. I haven't been outside. I normally do it early in the morning, like around 6:30, 7 in the morning. And but I think I'm going to be in my house sweater all day until my red beans and rice are ready. And then I'm just going to maybe look at TV. I don't really look at a lot of TV, but I have Hulu and Netflix, so I might as well use it, especially since these companies keep raising their prices. But on Netflix, one of my favorite shows is On My Block, and then there's Supercell and what is it? Insecure. I was not an Insecure watcher when it was on. I couldn't understand what people were talking about because I had tried to look at Issa Rae on YouTube before she blew up, and I was just not interested. I didn't dislike her. It didn't snag me. So after Insecure was off the air, I had nothing to do one day, and I turned it on and was riveted. I still can't get enough. I started watching it like the middle of last year. I am not joking when I say I've looked at the whole series from front to back at least 6 times. Love it. Love all of them. It was great. On My Block is a lot of fun too. If you haven't seen it, you should look at it. It's on Netflix. It's a fun watch. The young people in that were really cool. And Supercell is my shit. And there's supposed to be a Supercell 2. I can't wait because I need to see it. And I need a current edition of the Great British Baking Show. It is weird how much I love that show. I root for the people, cry when they when they lose. I give you a little tear. Yeah, because at my age, I have become Mr. Super Sensitive. You show me a good, touching commercial, or you're going to get a cry. You little shoulder hunch cry. One of those, yeah. It's it's that serious for me sometimes. But I'm going to keep poking at this YouTube channel whenever I can so that I don't feel like I wasted my money one more time. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned it on probably the video prior to this, but as far as the reducer goes in the mocha pot, it is, in my estimation, because again, nobody has solidified it for me, But I believe it makes sense to put the reducer into the portafilter or the coffee holder, coffee holder, and then pour your ground coffee on top of that. It makes a perfect, neat, easy coffee. So if I want to make a full 10 pots, then I take the reducer out and just fill the portafilter up with ground coffee. Or I want to make a 6-pot, which for me equals 1 cup because they're based on shots, espresso shots. So my pot should be able to make 10 espresso shots. 6 strong coffee shots make 1 mug for me. And the reducer in a 10 pot takes me to a 6-pot, which is 1 mug for me. So it makes me happy. I finally figured out how to do it. Life is good. And I hope life is good for you. Life has been lifing the past couple of weeks. I won't go into it because I just won't. It's family stuff. But it seems so much better now. Yay. And I love my family. Yay, 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 yay. All right. You all have a good one. Bye. Boop. That boop is from somebody on YouTube, and I don't want to steal his thing. So, yay. Something. I'll come up with something. That's a good sign off for me. Even though I will peace sign you to death. But that's his. That boop is his. And I'm not going to do it anymore. All right. Have a good one. Bye.